Really, dude? You're vlogging?
Yes! Hello everyone, Miles at Miles of Color, everywhere online. Here, right now in this video, we're gonna walk through my top 10 favorite photos that I took in 2017. And man, what an amazing year. I just wanted to say thank you super quick to everyone who's made this year amazing. I'm talking about the Instagram world because Instagram's been my life this entire year and some of 2016 as well. And I just want to kind of like take us through the top 10 photos that I feel like define my style or was a really great moment or something that I'm really proud of. Without further ado, here we go. Actually, hold on. Before we start, I'd like to show off this moment. This is one of my proudest moments of 2017. Check it out.
This is a rebuttal. Go ahead. This is your last rebuttal, bro.
Oh shit!
Are you fucking kidding?
Oh, can you believe it? I'm terrible at beer pong, but that was like the most impressive thing I've ever done, playing beer pong. Okay, here's number 10. So this is a photo of my friend Brittany and my friend Danielle. We went on this excursion to this place called Mammoth Lakes. I think it was like last March or April or something like that. And it was kind of a mistake, the timing that we went, because most everything was closed down. This shot was taken on our way home and we all like pulled off on the side of the freeway and went up to this kind of like cool peak where you got to see like this whole valley and the mountains and were like the backdrop and everything. It was really cool, and I was kind of getting into like this like lifestyle kind of photography, and I just had them hold hands and walk out a few feet in front of me, and it just has such a good feeling to it, you know. It feels adventurous. You can kind of like feel like their friendship in the photo, even though we all just met basically for this trip. Number 9, this is a photo of my friend Becca. This is the first time that we ever shot together. It was a really fun shoot. We shot around North Park in San Diego, and we found this spot in this alleyway. The reason I picked this photo is because I feel like, one, I used to really attempt night photography all the time, but it was so hard for me because I didn't really understand lighting, and then the technicalities of ISO will just like ruin the quality of the photo. If I was shooting like high ISO on a crop sensor, it just looked terrible. So I feel like I really got a clean night portrait here, as well as I feel like my understanding of light and composition is really starting to shine in this photo. Number 8, this is a photo of my friend Ethan and his girlfriend Sienna. Really proud of this picture. This photo is not like a crazy concept that, you know, no one's come up with before. I definitely am not the original person to do it, but I wanted to get both of their faces and their eyes close to each other, even though he's like a foot taller than her, because they both have really pretty eyes and I wanted to see what I could do with them in Photoshop. And this is like the first photo ever that got above 1,000 likes for me on Instagram too, so it holds a special place in my heart for sure. Okay, number 6, this is a photo of this model that came down to San Diego. She was visiting, but like we've been wanting to shoot for a while. This is unfortunately like the only photo I got back to her from this session. I've been really bad about that recently. Anyways, this is Noelle in front of the skyline of downtown San Diego. We're shooting Coronado Island, and you get this amazing view of the whole skyline. It's favorite place to shoot in San Diego for sure. This shot really kind of defined my style, kind of like whimsical, but also a little dramatic. I just feel like it really defined Miles of Color over the summertime at least. Number 6, this is a really cool shot. You might have seen it if you're following me or if you're in the portrait photography community, because it got featured a ton all over the place. That's kind of why it's special to me, but it's also special to me because I was doing this series called #YouShootIEdit, where I would have photographers send me photos and then I would edit them and then I would post them. I posted, I believe, like 3 or 4 on my account. Go check them out. Link is in the bio or annotated somewhere. And this photo was taken by my friend at John the photographer. He's amazing. He's an amazing photographer. Kind of does more like implied like boudoir. Is that how you say it? Boudoir? Boudoir? Don't know. Photography. This is like one of his like fully clothed like shoots like out in kind of like nature in an arboretum or something like that. And I just really love the shot. And so he sent it to me. I did an edit. I put it out there, and I was really nervous because it's so different from his version, which you can find on his profile as well. And it's just like one of my favorite photos to date that I didn't take, but I did edit, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling. Okay, number 5. This is a picture of Ali, someone that you guys are probably all going to get to know or already know, because if you follow me, you see pictures of her all the time. We're always shooting. We're like a dynamic duo, some people say, or a dream team. I don't know. I didn't say those things, but I mean, we work pretty well together. Let's be real. Feature team. Anyways, this is like one of the first shots that we took recently, because like we had like a kind of like, I want to say like half a year almost of like not really shooting. Even though she was like one of the first models that I ever worked with, we kind of like drifted apart a little bit style-wise, and then like we're slowly coming back together now. and it's really cool. I feel like this photo is really defining the style that I'm going for. It's colorful, it's vibrant, but it has like a lot more mood and drama to it. It just tells so much more of a story, and it feels kind of like intimate and raw, and that's kind of like the vibe I'm going for. A bit more of a mature vibe instead of totally like bright in colors and like, whoa, like unicorn throw up. I'm moving on past that stage now to a little bit more serious and kind of like vintage inspired tones. And of course, Ali fucking kills it all the time. So that's also a bonus in this picture. Number 4, this is a picture of my friend Mary. This is the first time we ever shot together, but we tried to shoot like a few times before, but she lives in Los Angeles. I live like a few hours away, so it's kind of hard to coordinate. But this is actually the same day as the last picture that I took of Ali. Same location and everything, which is kind of crazy, like the variance of what you can get. But I love this photo because it's a natural light photo, but it just feels like it should be on a magazine or something, because I just somehow got the lighting right. I feel like I'm slowly starting to understand lighting better, and Mary killed it. I don't know, it's kind of a picture that kind of like solidifies the idea that I'm understanding lighting and composition and touch up and editing, and it makes me feel like I'm a decent photographer. This next photo, this is number 3 on the countdown. This is from a trip that I took to Yosemite. I wish I filmed that trip, but I was so sick I just didn't vlog anything. I was sick the whole time. It really sucked, but the trip was amazing and it was just such a good time. I took this photo with her, shot for like 5 minutes at this one location, and this is one of the photos that came out. I'm just really in love with the edit here. I feel like finally, like, I'm not working against Photoshop, I'm working with Photoshop, and I put that fire in there. The photo did really well. It was received amazingly, and it was also kind of a different editing style for me too, because it was like darker and more of like a teal kind of orange vibe instead of like the blue and pink vibe. And I don't know, I love this photo. Number 2, this photo is another photo of Ali at Ali Rubo, and this is actually taken on an iPhone. This was on my iPhone, shot using the Lightroom app, which you can shoot RAW with. And I took it into Lightroom and Photoshop, did my thing, and posted it. I was just trying to prove a point that, like, if you know how to edit, the gear doesn't matter. I mean, of course, gear matters, and I love a good camera, I love a good lens. I just didn't want people to feel like they'd be hindered if they don't have that gear. Like, you know, a lot of it can be fixed up later in Lightroom and Photoshop. And that's just my opinion. You know, if you can say gear's all that matters, and like that's not true, that's totally fine. But this picture was just kind of my point, proving that you can get amazing shots even just using an iPhone. And last but not least, number 1, can you guess it? Can you guess it? Can you guess which photo? Probably not, because no one knows who I am. My number 1 photo is this photo I took at a nude beach with my friend Bria at this like little mini meetup that I kind of accidentally put together with a lot of friends over the summertime. And I just had her sit down in the water, you know, on her knees, and sit back, and just had her do like a hair flip. I loved the whole scene and everything, and the raw photo, and I was like, man, like, I just want to, like, you know, accentuate the sunset and post and everything and like turn it into something magical. And the reason this photo is so special to me is because I feel like it's the photo that put me on the map in the portrait photography scene on Instagram. It got featured everywhere. If you scroll down Bria's tagged post, you'll see it was just like rows and rows and rows and rows and rows, like literally like 100 featured. It's crazy. I'm not saying that like a photo with good engagement or anything means that it's a good photo, but it's a special photo to me because I feel like I put in so much work up to this point that this was like my little like break of recognition. And I've met a lot of people because of this photo. They found me because of that photo. So those are my top 10 photos of 2017. I challenge you guys to do the same thing, you know, like me, maybe just on your story, just like show people your top 10 photos, your favorite photos of this year, or make a YouTube video too. If you're trying to get into YouTube, just make a quick video. It's not that hard. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. My name is Miles at Miles of Color, and I'll see you next week in 2018. Bye.
Go tell your friends about it. Go tell your friends about it. Go tell them what you know, what you seen, how I